Being a Mandalorian's not just learning about how to fight. The creed is how we survived. Without the creed, what are we?
This is the way.
Hang on, kid.
This is the way.
This is the way.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Charlie. This is The Way. This will be my Mandalorian Season 3 Episode 2 trailer video. There's even more stuff they're setting up, even more Easter eggs from the lore, so we'll break it all down. If you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to get all the episodes. We're also doing a giveaway for Disney Plus memberships. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber and post all your predictions for Episode 2 on the video. Careful for spoilers from Episode 1 if you haven't seen it yet, but at the end of Episode 1, the Mandalorian and Grogu came to Kalevala, one of the planets in the Mandalorian system near their homeworld, Mandalore. It's the ancestral home planet of House Kryze, so Bo Katan didn't build that castle there. It's built in the classical Mandalorian style, but it would have been built by her ancestors hundreds, if not thousands of years ago. That's why the mural behind her throne here depicts the Mandalorian Civil Wars, because that was many thousands of years ago. In present day, she's just the current leader of their house, because remember, her sister, Dutchess Satine, died during the Clone Wars. All those theories about Obi Wan secretly having a love child with her. It's always funny to see people ask Dave Filoni about that. We're going back to Sundari, the main city where she was killed in the throne room by Darth Maul, so we might get some Easter eggs for Dutchess Satine. But the reason why you see the Night Owl banners all over the place in the throne room, probably over the rest of the castle too, is because she's the leader of their house and she's the leader of the Night Owls. The Night Owls used to be just a female fighting force of Mandalorians. Then she joined the Death Watch Mandalorians during Clone Wars for a little while. When that happened, the Night Owls joined them too. Then she eventually left and the Night Owls left with her. The reason why she's important for Episode 2 is that she had the information Mando needed in order to find the living waters beneath Mandalore and fulfill his quest to reclaim his honor per the creed of the Death Watch Mandalorians, his group of Mandalorians, the Armorers group. Bo Katan keeps calling him a child of the Watch, the children of the Watch, but that's just short for Death Watch. Big connection to Jon Favreau's character, who's obviously one of the showrunners of The Mandalorian with Dave Filoni, but while he was shooting the first Iron Man movie, they were doing the sound at Skywalker Sound at the Skywalker Ranch. Dave Filoni needed someone for an episode, so he volunteered himself. He played Pre Vizsla, and George Lucas created the Darksaber for that episode.
This lightsaber was stolen from your Jedi temple by my ancestors during the fall of the Old Republic. Since then, many Jedi have died upon its blade.
Even though canonically they said it was created by Tar Vizsla, his ancestor, 1,000 years ago. Him wielding it in the episode was the first time it had appeared anywhere in Star Wars. In present day now, Jon Favreau is voicing the heavy infantryman whose name is Paz Vizsla. He's his descendant. One of the reasons why he felt like he had a claim to the Darksaber.
It was forged by my ancestor, founder of House Vizsla. And now I will win it from you.
You see a bunch of footage of Mando going beneath the caves in Sundari here and looking at some of the ruins. This is just the ruins of that main city that we kept seeing during Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels. It was the main city that her sister, Dutchess Satine Kryze, ruled from, and it was the city that Darth Maul took over when he killed Pre Vizsla and won the Darksaber from him, then killing Dutchess Satine. There's so much history with Darth Maul, the Mandalorians, and the Darksaber, so we'll see if they reference that when they go back to Mandalore. But in present day, Darth Maul is dead. He was killed by Obi Wan during Star Wars Rebels before the events of the original trilogy. Killed for the second time because Obi Wan thought that he killed him at the end of Phantom Menace. There were a couple of jokes about that too. Be sure you kill him this time. He's hard to kill. But the city where they're going is where the main throne room is, so I'm hoping we get to see the throne room in live action, just because a lot of Bo Katan's conversation with Mando was about him using the Darksaber to lead their people as per their tradition, and he currently has a legitimate claim to the throne of Mandalore because he has the Darksaber. There's still so much to unpack with what happened with the Darksaber after the events of Star Wars Rebels because it was given to Bo Katan, but per the armor, like one of the reasons why she doesn't like Bo Katan is because she didn't win it in combat. Sabine Wren gave it to her. Maybe they'll reference that when Sabine cameos in the series, or if she cameos during The Mandalorian. Like, did Moff Gideon beat her in combat? I think that's less likely because Bo Katan is pretty tough. He may have taken it from her by force. The area where you see him going beneath the Civic Center here, beneath the caves with Grogu and Bo Katan, is the area where Ahsoka faced Darth Maul in the tunnels at the end of the Clone Wars. You also see Bo Katan talking directly to Grogu, which we haven't seen before. We'll think of her as Space Mom in this equation. Like, if you're going to pick the armor or Bo Katan's side here, like, who do you want to see with Mandalorian? Who's Space Mom with Space Dad? Maybe when we get to Season 4, Grogu will parent trap the two of them using the Force. The only reason why he didn't direct one of the episodes like he did during Mandalorian Season 2, like he directed Ahsoka's episode, was because when they were filming Mandalorian Season 3, he was also busy writing and directing all the episodes of the Ahsoka series, which are going to premiere later this year. The big rumor right now is that we won't see the full Ahsoka trailer until Star Wars Celebration, but I do think they'll have some moments this season that will help set up the Ahsoka series. And if you haven't watched those Clone Wars episodes, the last couple where she fights Darth Maul in the Mandalorian's main throne room, it is probably one of the best lightsaber fights you will see in live action or animation.
This style of sword fighting that we wanted Ahsoka to do, very quick, very acrobatic. It's hopefully one of the best fights we did, if not the best lightsaber fight.
There's footage of Mando finding the old Mandalorian helmets in the rubble, and because Bo Katan is looking for redemption, it feels like she's on this Han Solo type of arc where she starts out as a non-believer, like Han Solo didn't believe in the Force, but Luke Skywalker, Mando, and Grogu totally believe in it. And they'll probably wind up finding something, or something will happen while he's busy in the caves there that will make her more of a believer or set her on the path, so that by the end of the season, she'll come around a little bit more. There are a couple really big flashbacks to Mandalore before it was destroyed in the Purge, and the fact that there's grass on the fields here makes me feel like this is taking place way before the Clone Wars, because if you don't know the history of the Mandalorian people, they basically scorched their own planet and made it uninhabitable during the Mandalorian Civil Wars. And those took place thousands of years ago. That's why they moved under domed cities, because they rendered their planet uninhabitable. So when the Empire bombed it to slag during the Great Purge, it was just pouring salt on the wound. Their planet had already been destroyed a couple times. I'm not sure if some of this footage is from Episode 2 or future episodes, but you see Mando go on a mission with the heavy infantrymen and other people from the Armorers group on that planet. The Imperial TIE Interceptors chasing the Mandalorian ship might be Bo Katan's ship closer to present day, or it might be part of those other flashbacks to Mandalore before the Great Purge. But the ship they're chasing is just like Bo Katan's ship. It's a Mandalorian starfighter. Some of you have also started asking more questions about Grogu and talking, like, when will Grogu talk, because he's over 50 years old now. Like, it's been a couple years since Season 1, so he's even older at this point. He did make some sounds when the Armorer was talking to Mando at the beginning of the episode.
You did so of your own free will. You are no longer Mandalorian.
Even though it just sounds like a baby making noise, I think that's his way of communicating, like he was actually speaking and Mando has started to understand him, so he's kind of speaking, but not in the traditional way like you would expect. Like when Yoda speaks, even though it's backwards speech, he's speaking in basic, the common language of the galaxy.
Found someone you have, I would say. Help you I can. Yes. Oh! Great warrior.
So it is totally possible that Grogu can already speak and just chooses not to speak in basic, like he's just speaking in his own native language. The scene of him using the Force on that beast in the crystalline caves is Mandalore, like it's meant to look just like the fragment that Mando showed to the armor, and he'll probably decode the symbols on that and it will probably lead him to something special in the caves. Remember, Bo Katan told him that the rivers that he's looking for is where their forges used to be beneath the city, where they used to smelt all their Beskar into armor, weapons, everything that they used it in. So basically, Mando is traveling to like the main forge of the planet Mandalore. Really hoping they find some cool artifacts, like maybe something from Mandalore the Great, or just something really important that he can bring back and show the armor to prove that he went there. Let me know in the comments, what do you think that Mando and Grogu and Bo Katan will find in those caves that will help bring her around and help him redeem himself, like make the armor believe in him more, because he does have to prove to her that he actually did fulfill that quest. He can't just show up and say, oh, you know, I bathed in the water, it's fine. He has to like show her something to prove that he did it. Episode 2 is supposed to be way crazier than Episode 1. I'm sure there's going to be a billion Easter eggs, so if you have any questions or anything that you spotted in the trailer that I didn't talk about in the video, just write it below in the comments. Everyone click here for my full Mandalorian Season 3 Episode 1 video, and click here for my Ahsoka trailer video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone stay safe, and this is the way.